Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Gnishak Stream here, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys pretty much the easiest way that you'll be able to get through and complete this new fusion here. So the new fusion is going to be for Gnishak Vermin Lord. I don't know how you say the first part of his name, but as you can see here, right from the get-go, he's going to be an old school fusion champion. Now that means that we're going to have to farm rare champions, epic, and fuse them into epic champions, and then we're going to have to fuse them into him. Now, first off, that makes it way more difficult, but that's alright. There's a few things that we can still do to get ourselves ahead a little bit and get ourselves ready for doing so. Okay, now one of those things is immediately you're going to want to head over to your tavern and go to the Ascension tab and go over to the potion mixer. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of force potions and plenty of spirit potions to be able to upgrade those epic champions. I believe there's 2 force and 2 spirit ones, if I'm not mistaken. So you're going to need to have enough potions to be able to upgrade all 4 of them to fuse into the fusion champion. So that's just something you want to keep an eye on, because when you go to the dungeons, currently Spirit is actually open, so I'm going to be farming some of that. As you saw, I was a bit low. But that's something to keep your eye open. Then for Friday, for when Force Keep opens up, you definitely want to be paying attention to that. Otherwise, you might have to pay 200 gems to open up the keep, and that's just a pain, especially when, if it comes down to it, you might need those gems for energy or whatever else down the line. So another tip for you is when you get to the shard pulling events, is consider, if you have tons of them, pulling a bunch of mystery shards. Now this might sound kind of dumb, but if you're doing that on top of a champion training event, that is actually a pretty decent way to get a bunch of points. You'd be pulling champions like crazy from the mystery shards, because, let's be honest, you'll have to pull hundreds and hundreds of them. So you're going to get hundreds and hundreds of champions, and then you're going to feed those champions. I'll just show you, obviously. We all know how it goes, but, so then you're going to be sitting there, and then you're going to be going boop, 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 feeding them into each other. And as you're doing that, that is going to earn you points in the champion training, as well as then for the shard pulling event, as you're getting your mystery shards pulled. Now, as you can see, I actually don't have a ton of shards myself, which brings me on to my next topic that I want to talk about. I'm going to be trying to use the mystery shards, like I said, and then I'm going to pull the rest of my shards. But what I'm going to be trying to do is when you go through and you're doing, say, a tournament against other people, I'll just click on it real quick to show you. So now, say I come in first place, I will get an extra 5 points, or maybe an extra rare champion, I believe it'll be, for this fusion. And that extra rare champion, if I win, can be enough that then I might not have to go and do an entire shard pulling event. Now that's huge, especially if you're not a big spender, or if you're free to play. That's massive to be able to do that. So definitely keep an eye on your tournaments and see if there's any of those that you're able to just win super easily, because if you're able to, that is definitely going to make a huge difference. If you're able to beat 2 of them, that means then, alright, well, that's 2 events you can skip. And all of these things are just going to help you an absolute crap ton when it comes down to trying to farm the final events as you're running out of energy and you have no more shards left and everything. So I definitely recommend trying to do both of those things. So another thing I wanted to talk about too is, obviously, as you can see right now, I don't have a ton of energy saved up, and I'm actually quite concerned that that may be an issue. But due to the fact that I know that this is going to be a longer fusion event, I'm hoping that it'll be enough, and maybe if I have to, I'm planning on using, I've got a couple of random energy refills in here scattered across. I'll use those if I have to, as well as come over to the clan shop, pick up some of these. I'm waiting on my Yakaro fragments just to see what happens. But yeah, so make sure use all of, or make sure currently save all of your energy and use it sparingly and only exactly where it's needed. Another tip that I would definitely recommend, but it's sort of a little bit late by the time this video is coming out, is have a bunch of silver prepared for the artifact events. Now you can see I've already got 23.5 million right now, which is decent, and I think I'll be okay. But basically what I tend to do during these events is I just go through my gear and just pick out a random piece, preferably 6-star. So honestly, just filter your gear by 6-star, even legendary if you want. Go through the gear that you haven't yet ranked up, upgrade it to 4. If it's decent, take it to 8. If it's decent again, take it to 12. If it's decent again, take it to 16. Now that's obviously if you don't have any gear that you immediately need ranked up. But honestly, just taking gear to rank 12 gets you a crap ton of points without using all of your silver. So I would highly, highly recommend doing that. Now, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is be sure to just create a game plan for yourself. Obviously, right now, we still do not have the fusion event, the event calendar yet. But because I'm making this the night before the fusion drops, but by tomorrow morning, we will have the full fusion events calendar. So make sure to check through that. Maybe there will be extra events, so we will be able to automatically skip a shard pull event. But just check it out. Make sure, get yourself a good plan started. And once you get that going, then you're set. And just make sure that you're going to be able to complete the fusion once you start it, because you don't want to end up getting halfway through and then ending up failing. That's definitely not something you want to do, because then, you waste a lot of resources for, not much in return. But I really hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, please be sure to drop a like and definitely consider subscribing. I'd be happy to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, and peace.